Let's do a real quick video and show you where I'm at with the TJ. Let's flip it around. So the thing we're working on today that I'm going to show you is we had to get the stock wiring harness from the Jeep, which goes through the firewall, back hooked up through a custom PDC, power distribution center. So I'm not in love with this one, but it has enough amps in it to make everything run. So we'll use this for now until we can build or buy a better one. So basically what you have is the stock harness going back into a power distribution center. This is our lithium ion battery that we're going to use. I'm putting my 12 volt master down here for now. This is the platform that the everything on the front will live on. This is the front battery box that's just sitting here. I'm using it to fit all the pieces together since it's the actual piece we're going to use. Laptop is the front of the battery box. Each one of these is a Tesla cell, so this one has 4 modules in it. The cooling is going to go right here in the front. This is the spot where the tech box is going to go, right here. And if you peek back there, there's the fitment motor. It's the Hyper 9 HV that's sitting there resting, so we know where everything's going to go. Those are just cables that came with this. This is a foobarred motor, so it won't run, but it's perfect for fitment. All right, so once we get the power distribution center on, one of the big tests is to turn the Jeep back on and see if all the functionality works, to make sure you're not screwing something up. So what do we have here is the key into the stock ignition, key to first position, which is a null position, and that is a run position. And there's all of our lights. And the radio started. And let's see if the blower works. Boo, no blower. So we got to fix that. Probably something I've left off on the power distribution center. And let's check the brake pedal. So let's hold this here. See if I can do some jujitsu with my... All right, we'll look through the windshield. There's the brake lights. All right, let's try the turn signals. Super fast. Because there's no front, no fenders, it doesn't have enough resistance to slow the flasher down. And we'll do the other side. It works. Horn won't work because there is no horn. Hasn't been hooked up yet. It's on the fender that's not attached. And everything seems to work. Sorry, let's, windshield wipers work. So the instrument cluster, the instrument ignition function works. We need to get the blower motor, probably just a relay because it's a heavy duty thing. And that's it. Key off, out. Let's check the auxiliary, or accessory rather. Going back one position on the key, and there is the radio. Yay. All right, so that means we have the entire reconfigured power distribution center working. So the stock Jeep works, and now we can proceed to move to the tech box. Here's a quick view of that. So here's the tech box. This is the wiring harness for the tech box here. This is going to be the power distribution for what's just inside here. Here's a quick view of what's inside. This is the Orion BMS. This is a low voltage junction box. Down here is the high voltage stuff that is on the inverter. This is where we're going to put the master power here. So it'll be upwards on the inside of the engine bay. We're doing that because these are fleet as opposed to a master disconnect switch. We have our fuse. That's our 400 amp fuse. There's no power in here, so don't freak out about my hand in here. If this was powered, you'd never want your hand in here unless, at all, ever, no matter what. So there's my 400 amp fuse down here. This is a gigavac master switch. This way, because it's fleet, they can turn it off easily rather than to continuously pull the master switches out. All those master disconnects, they have very short duty cycles, sometimes under 100. This has over 1,000 duty cycles. So you can turn this on and off 1,000 times, but you can only take that master disconnect out about 100 times before it begins to fail. This side is the motor output. So this has 3 connectors on it, and it'll go to a connector that looks like this. And then all you do is you just click it into place, and it is locked. To release it, you just push the button, lift up the handle, off it comes. This goes directly to the motor. All right, each one of these is just a bundle that goes to something specific. In this case, this is for the decel light. So when you take your foot off the accelerator, this lets the people know behind you, because you're in single pedal mode, that you're braking, even though you're not actually touching the brake. Some of these are, let's see, what's this one? Oh, this is for the profiles. So you have 3 profiles, 1, 2, and 3. 1 is defaulted. These are 2 and 3, and they're pulled down. Pull down means it goes to ground. Let's see, this is my, these are throttle cables. I've left them all long because I'm going to be putting together this connector, this Deutsch connector. This will come out of the box somewhere, possibly here. But I've left all my cables long so that I could actually cut them and trim them back once I get this in place. This and one more like it will be the way most of the cables come in and out of the tech box. It might even go in the back. We'll see. The rest of this is, these are extra cables for the BMS, the Orion BMS. The Orion BMS is finished. And these are the CAN bus cables here. So Adam over at Hawkeye Innovations, who makes the low voltage junction box, he took a suggestion from us and added a little CAN bus hub. I trimmed them all and put 2-pin Deutsch connectors on here, and so that makes it super easy to connect all your CAN connections. My standard is all information always has a blue heat shrink on it. Makes it easier to see what you're connecting to, and that way you never make a mistake and put anything hot or live in here that wouldn't be CAN specific. Try to remember too, all CAN wires have to be twisted pair. They can't just be straight wiring. Even in the shortest run, like in here, everything has to be twisted pair. All right, that's it for showing you what's connected. And now we're going to move back to finishing this box and hopefully getting that box in that spot right there. Talk to you guys later.